I'm going to show you how to add new hero images to your perspectives, looks, and visions. So we're going to start with going to this Young Changemakers. And we're going to go ahead and remove this one and put in a more custom one that hasn't been used on like the parent article already. So I'm going to go ahead and open the Adobe Illustrator where I have all the files. And what I'm going to start with is just taking a portion of this and putting it into our template that we have for Photoshop. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this group on here because this is what I originally used for it. We're going to go ahead and paste. Oops, I didn't mean to post it. We want to paste it as pixels rather than layers. At least in this case. So if you paste it as layers, it's going to make your file size larger, but you'll have control over each individual layer. Where pixels is just going to put all of your layers flat as one layer. You can see it pasted it out of view, so we're going to have to zoom out. We'll just drag it into view. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and scale this. So this may or may not work. We'll give it a try real quick. So I'm going to turn the opacity down to 50%. So this isn't bad. You'll get like most of Rania into the photo here. We'll go ahead and turn the opacity back up. And then it's not like the highest quality though, so maybe what we'll do is go ahead and turn the visibility off on that. We'll go back over to Illustrator. See what size. So that's pretty big. That might be as big as we can get it without losing quality. That seems pretty good. We'll try that now that it's scaled up a little further. Drag it back into view here. And then also what we'll go ahead and do is make an adjustment on the photo, potentially. Well, actually, we'll skip that part right now. That shouldn't be necessary. Turn the opacity down 50%. Make sure that she's fully in this safe zone here. We don't want to cut off her head or anything crazy. And then, let's see, we'll bring this just a tiny bit because there's like a little white sliver along the edge here. Turn the opacity back down, make sure. All right, I think we're good. So I'm gonna go ahead and export as. All right, and all this looks good. We're under the 500 kilobytes that we want. Should be pretty good resolution for web viewing. So we're gonna go ahead and export. I'm just gonna save right over top of the old one, except for since we're re-uploading this to the website and this file already exists, we need to add a 2 to the end. And the reason for doing that is the caching on WordPress will recognize it as this image still if it has the same name. Even if you delete it, sometimes it will. So I always just kind of go ahead and append a 2 or whatever iteration it is, whether you delete the old one or not, which I do recommend deleting the old one as well. Okay, so we will go down. Well, we're going to go ahead and edit this. Go ahead and remove these. And And then just a heads up, removing them as a hero image on here does not remove it from your media library. That's two separate things. So you'll want to delete it once you open up the media library as well. So essentially all you're doing is removing it from the page display rather than from your website entirely. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and select that. We're gonna upload it for Hero for desktop as well. Update it. Once it's done updating, we'll open it in a new tab and see how it looks. So now you can see she's cropped right here in the center. We're not missing anything. Then as you scroll down, here's the rest of your article. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to the edit page, and the last thing we wanna do is set the feature image, which can also be this one. It doesn't have to be, so you can upload anything. One thing that this template does do for you is, as long as you follow these guidelines, you're never gonna miss any of the content within that safe zone. So this text safe zone right in the middle, if you stay in that square, it's always going to be in view, whether it is a look, a vision, or a perspective, and that includes hero images, and it also includes your feature image. So we're gonna go ahead and update, and then when we go to our perspectives here, you'll see the new feature image.